Hey dudes, tonight I'm doing the giant mole as a semi-boss and sorta money-making guide. Yeah, I hope you enjoy. Okay, first off, getting there. You need to travel to Falador however you want. I'd suggest just teleporting or lodestoning there, and then walking towards the east bank where the Falador Park is. You used to need a shovel, but you don't anymore. But make sure you have a tinderbox. I mean, not a tinderbox, a lantern. This is my equipment setup. Right now I'm using just full Darox, yeah, everything you see there. For the giant mole equipment, you don't have to have the best gear, it doesn't really matter, I'm just using Darox for fun. Generally, rapier would be faster, plus claws, but I sold them recently because they were crashing, so yeah, I'm just using Darox. In terms of inventory, just make sure you have a few prayer pots. You can protect from all damage from the mole using prayer pots. Using protect from melee, because he only attacks with melee. And yeah, to get there, go into the Falador Park and find one of these molehills and dig down. And in we go. Make sure you have your lantern lit, otherwise it'll be dark. And now you're going to want to run south from where you come down. It's just straight south until you find the middle. And this is where the mole is. As you can see, there's already someone here. The mole is quite a popular activity for reasons I'll discuss soon. But meantime, I'll just find a world so I don't have to crash this guy, because it's the nice thing to do. Okay, I think I've found a world because the mole is roaming by himself. So now what you want to do is you want to pot up. As you can see, I've bought an overload. Overloads are not essential by any means, but obviously they do make it faster, so just bring supers if you don't have overloads. Summon your familiar. A lot of people will suggest bringing terror birds for the run, but I find a little trick with familiars. If you make the familiar attack the mole, when the mole digs away, the familiar will run in the direction the mole digs, as I'll probably show you when it digs, and that way you can find them a lot faster. So now I'll just spam eat a few of these. I'll unpause it when my health's down. Okay, so when you're ready to attack, you're going to want to turn protect from melee on. Don't stress out if it hits you without protect from melee on, because it doesn't really hit that hard. It's just when I'm on such low health I kind of need it. And then make sure you get your familiar to attack it, because that way if it runs away, your familiar will follow it. As you see there, my familiar ran off in that direction, so I know the mole had dug to that direction, and I'll be able to find it a lot faster. Okay, so why people want to kill the mole is mainly like you get the can't find it. You get the mole skins and mole claws from killing it. With these mole skins and mole claws, you can either trade them to the GE for a decent price, or you can take them to Wyson the gardener and trade them to him, and he'll give you birds' nests. And what you can do with these birds' nests is you can crush them and sell them on the GE, and you can also open them and hope to get some good seeds. As you see there, this mole was already half dead when I got to it, which is a little bit disappointing, but kind of irrelevant. But yeah, so that's why people kill the mole. You get birds' nests, and you can crush them and make some. Well, they're used to make Sara brews, but it's more profitable just to sell them straight to the GE. And doing that with a full low inventory, you can make a couple of 100k a trip, and also there's a pretty decent chance you'll get lucky and maybe get like a magic seed or a U seed in there. And if you do, all the more profit. Just gotta wait for my loot. So yeah, the mole is a really easy creature to kill. Like I said in my previous guide, I don't recommend camping here for hours on end to try and make bank, but it's one of those activities where you do come here maybe like, once a day, or every now and then if you're feeling a bit bored of skilling, and you're pretty much guaranteed to make a couple of 100k profit. And it can be quite fun because it's like a really high hit point semi-boss creature, but it can't hurt you unless if you're playing melee, so you can come down here whenever you want with whatever you want and just have a go. Get your claws out, see what you can hit, get your Darox out, have a smack around, and yeah, you're guaranteed to make some money. So I'm going to pause it now and wait for my loot and wait for the mole to respawn, and then I'll come back in. Okay, so in terms of getting here, getting back and getting free prayer, what I generally do as a method is I bring teleport runes or teleport tabs to get to Falador and to my player-owned house. And then what I can do is, when my inventory is full and my prayer is about to run out, I just teleport to my house, pray on the altar, and then I teleport back to Falador, bank all my loot, and then come back down. And I just do that until the trip runs out. And yeah, so that's an easy way to come here and get back and, you know, get a decent amount of kills, more than just one trip, because one trip's alright, but it's not that profitable. And I'll just normally keep doing that until I get bored myself. And you know, it's a good way to make a few mil. Like if you want to buy something but you don't quite have enough money, wow, 489 XP drop in a dug. Yeah, it's a good way to make a little bit of money and quickly if you need it. And I think I too hit that mole just now. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll show you guys how to trade in your mole claws and your mole skins for the nests and how you make the money. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is, once you've got a full inventory of mole skins and mole claws, I don't have one here just because of time restraints, and I wanted to show you guys what to do as soon as possible. Teleport back to Falador and either bank all your skins and claws and come back down and then get more. But once you're actually ready to trade them in, what you do is you come into this park here, you walk all the way east, and you see this guy here, Wyson the Gardener. Talk to him, and he will say this little, I'm not mistaken, blah blah blah, mole there, and you go, I'll trade the mole claws, and I'll trade the mole skin. And don't worry, you don't have to go through this interface for each of them. It just, if you have like 10 mole skins, it does all of the mole skins, and same with the claws. And then you've got your nests. So what you can do now is you can just search them, and you find some seeds in there. I got tomato seeds, which is pretty terrible, but it's only 2 nests. Drop them and grind these up. Get some crushed nests. And crushed nests vary. They're usually around about 8 to 10k each, which is pretty good money. 6k, that's real cheap now, but hopefully they go back up. But yeah, usually you get actually more. Usually you'll get about 2 or 3 skins and 1 claw per mole kill. So that's like maybe 24k cash guaranteed from the nests from each mole, plus obviously the chance of looting a good seed, which is half the fun, you know, at the end, looting all your nests, having a shot at finding some magic seeds and stuff. It's always a nice little gamble. So yeah, the giant mole, it's not like a boss or anything to be taken too seriously, but it's quite a fun little place to go just for a change of pace, and you can earn some pretty much guaranteed money there. So I hope I've covered everything relevant in this little video. This was one of the ways that after I got hacked, I did the mole a lot with my chaotic longsword and a whip and claws and that sort of thing to make money back, and I usually made like between 500k to a mil each, not trip, but each session of going to the mole. So yeah, if you got any questions, please ask in the comments, and hopefully the next guide for money making or the next video will be out shortly. Thanks for watching.